video. It's about 2 to 3 minutes. And then we're going to do our do now, which is actually in our Springboard books, which you should already have on your desk. And that's on page 133. If you'd like to have that open now, so that you're ready to jump into it, perfect. After 133, we're going into Google Classroom to find on-demand writing. Today is Thursday. Thursday is on-demand writing. Finally, exit ticket, also online, Google Classroom. Get through that. Let's do all of this in this hour. We're starting off with conflicts within the crucible. So, you remember back in like 7th, 8th grade, learning about, in literature, conflicts, man versus man versus society. Sound familiar? Okay, 1 or 2 people shaking heads. Okay, man versus nature. All right. So we're looking at the crucible and who is versing who here? Who's going against who?
Man versus society. Man versus man.
So what we'll do in the present video, I'll start reading of the first one. You guys are coming in right as we're starting. I'll start with the first conflict, and then I need volunteers to read on the rest. All right, conflict of the individual versus society, Act 1. Every character is looking out for themselves. We're looking at the conflicts first. Every character is looking out for themselves in the crucible. Paris, remember Reverend Paris? Reverend Paris is afraid that his daughter Betty is a part of the witches. He is only looking out for himself because he doesn't want to be removed from his ministry position. Abigail's intentions are not good because she frames Elizabeth so she can get Proctor to herself. Mr. Putnam is doing everything to get more land. Reverend Hale is helping Salem because he feels as though this is his chance to find out who the witches are. So you've got Paris in conflict because he don't know how his congregation is going to be looking at him because of his daughter being accused of witchcraft. And then you also have Elizabeth and Proctor going back and forth. Let's go to the next slide. Let me hear from a man. A young man.
Okay, a boy.
Is that better? Anybody, let's go. Young man, let me hear from you. Go, read.
Abigail is just playing games, accusing people of being witches. Elizabeth believes that Abigail accused her of based on being with Ezekiel Cheever comes to take Elizabeth to jail. When Elizabeth is being taken away, John looks up the line. Parker tells Mary to testify, but she is terrified as to what Abigail was.
Very good. All right, so you've got Elizabeth believes that Abigail accused her, so Abigail and Elizabeth are going back and forth. Elizabeth does go to jail. John ends up ripping up the warrant, and they still dealing with court conflicts there as well. No, we're not, but we're going to keep going because we need to know the play regardless. Act 3. Haven't read it yet. Let me hear from a young lady. Let's start from the beginning. Giles says,
put him in the everything he was doing, only to get more land. Very interested at the top. And her and the girls were basically lying about accusing you. And for continuously questioning Proctor about the movie. Therefore, and Hawthorne actually has a soul and Proctor that he doesn't have to worry about Elizabeth. She is fighting she doesn't get harmed until she's ready.
all right. So another conflict is Giles saying that Putnam does everything to get more land. So the constant conflict between those two is about land. Let's go to the next one. Act 4. Reverend Hale wants to help the accused. Reverend Hale wants to help the accused and tells them in order to save their lives, they must do what? They must confess. Say that I am a The witch, okay? Proctor gets Elizabeth to confess, but guess what happens to Proctor? He gets hung. Proctor decides that he doesn't want his legacy to be left as a man who was a witch. So he's like, I'd rather die before you label me a witch. Chase says it's not that serious, he should have just kept his life. All right, let's keep it moving.
No, not really. It is that serious.
All right, so a little quick photo, Abigail and Proctor. Oh, why do you say it is that serious? Why so?
That's how you basically living a lie. Basically, yeah.
He would be living a lie after that, where people would know him as a witch. And for him, living that life was not worth it. Proctor on the hanging stand. Is this where he gets hung?
This a movie?
It is.
Oh.
Let me read.
All right. You want to read? Jasmine, come on up.
Coco.
Almost all the characters had a goal and something they wanted to achieve in a witch trial.
Start again. We didn't hear from the beginning.
Almost all the characters had a goal and something they wanted to achieve in a witch trial. For an example, Mr. Putnam wanting more land. One person I can think of that really cared for the society was Reverend Hill. He really wanted to get to the bottom of the things and help people.
I absolutely love your reading, Jasmine. Thank you. And so, therefore, all the characters are trying to achieve something. All the characters are in conflict with someone about something. Now, on the board here, I actually wrote down for you guys some of those characters and the issues that are going on. Ariana, you might have to move positions.
You wanna write this?
In
our book.
I do, but can you hear me out first so you know what is expected? Thank you. Ladies in the back. You're with me, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, so the first part of the chart, and should I put the light on now?
No.
Are you guys, because we're not on this anymore.
You can see.
We can rip out the stage.
You can, but not yet. Hold on. So, our first conflict that I wrote down was girls versus the adult. And I wrote in black here, girls have dabbling in voodoo with the tuba, they're afraid of the adults, and sick of being mistreated. The other conflict is Proctor versus Abigail. Why are they in conflict? They had an affair. So Abigail is angry and infatuated. Proctor refuses to return her affection or even admit that he had an affair with her. So he's like, I don't even know what you're talking about, girl. And she's like, you remember. And then finally, the other conflict is Paris versus Proctor. And it's written in blue here. And it states, Proctor can't stand that Paris is always harping about money during his preaching. Okay? Your job right now is to give me 3 on your own.
So do we still fill in what you wrote?
Correct. So, I don't even pause on that part because of time. I want you to start here with Giles Corey versus Putnam.
Okay.
And I'm going to put back on this board one of their biggest conflicts. You're to read it on your own and write that conflict down. Then give me 2 other characters on your own that are in conflict with one another. And tell me why. So in total, it's a total of 3 that you're writing for me right now. Osmond, question.
For the reason of first, we don't do the first involved.
Correct. So you'll look at this start here. Giles Corey versus Putnam is where you begin. You may. I'm also going to put up here where Giles and Putnam have their conflict as your clue for the first one. The other 2 you give me on your own. This is a timed assignment, 10 minutes, because we have on-demand writing. So 10 minutes to do these 3. You may. Can I just get my right one up here for you? insert sometime for 10 minutes. All right, so I have the phone timer on because I wanted to keep this page up for you guys for your first answer. I fixed it. Jacket bag. What? Thank you. You need to do it. Remember, for the first one, Giles, I have it up there for you. If you just read, wink, wink, just read, you got the first one.
How long you want on the minute?
Say again?
How long you want on the minute? Wait, what is this?
You're a writer.
You writing this?
No, they're asking about something else.
I'm talking about.
They're talking about writing. This is what you're on.
Oftentimes I say writing more than you.
So I can't believe you.
No, I'll do that.
Yeah, can we give it a couple minutes and then I can send you out?
Yeah, well, maybe it's
Why you doing that? Why would I take a copy of it? Because why would we write on the same copy?
no, but two of them, other than this nigga right here. So start seeing the music stuff out.
I'm not reading what I'm saying. I want to be on Facebook. We can write on Facebook on demand.
On demand can be on paper. We're about to go over on demand. I hear the excitement about it. You guys kill me with the excitement to write. I love it. But a couple minutes left on this character analysis, character conflict. 7 minutes. Okay.
That's the issue with heartbreak.
Y'all know I was so upset.
What's that again?
We took finals in gym yesterday. But I got 122 now. That's not This her last. And they combined the do last year. No, we not. He's gonna try
You was there?
I'm like, wake up, you just have my
I was just so upset. I didn't even do that much with this routine, y'all. Like, I'm like running back and forth on the field. It killed me yesterday. But it's okay. Me and me on the side at the same time. I'm slowing down.
Time check.
I said, me on you got to brush like, yeah.
6 minutes.
She's like, no, that's not something you have to do. I said, no, I'm walking to home.
6 minutos.
But she's like, I want to be there. I'm trying to wait for her.
That's it, right? 6 minutos.
I know, but
For those of you guys who are finished,
like 4.
I'm going to start writing names down for grade.
And me on the field, like,
Yes.
well, I keep telling her how to see that thing with it. And I write with football players. Josh.
I don't know Gal's first time.
Right there.
I mean, no, it's not.
Right.
She only give us 3 idea.
You don't know. We're going to talk about it in 5 minutes.
No, Galvin's equipment right there, like she goes more.
I meant to say,
She go up.
Thank you. I was coming around to see you.
She go up.
are finished and ready for grading. Can you do what?
It's right there.
I was gonna say Abigail. So what is Gal?
You mean his congregation?
Who's that?
Is that what you saw?
Rachel Nurse. What's their Yes.
He go to Murray. He go to Proctor and Dad.
Yes, and what's the issue?
I don't know who
Danforth questioned his beliefs.
Who is that?
I believe Danforth was one of the,
Proctor, like.
it was one of the brother-in-laws who wanted to be elected. There's someone who wanted to be elected as an official officer.
No, let me do that one.
Abigail Proctor.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, Miss Zulu.
Yes.
I can write Abigail and Elizabeth.
Stay with me. I'm gonna go.
Are they on that board?
Which one?
You saying it's I said Danforth Proctor. I said Danforth Proctor. I said who's the one that's on this board?
And his issues.
Where's the board? Yeah, the front. It's more than one name. Two names on there. It's like 5 names in that. You was ready for
I don't know if there's a take that. It's not a strong enough.
But this one will be
Let's talk out loud. Let's talk out loud. So that we can hear. As long as you did something. I have 1 minute left, so we're just gonna stop right here and talk out loud. Give me one of the conflicts that you were able to muster out from the play. I'll start with Osmond, because I saw your hand first.
I said Abigail versus Elizabeth.
Abigail versus Elizabeth. Abigail accuses Elizabeth.
Oh, yeah.
What's the point?
So no, you said it right.
I said Elizabeth.
No, it would be Abigail accusing Elizabeth. But why would Abigail accuse Elizabeth?
So she could get with
One
John.
more time,
So she could get with John.
McLeod.
She want John.
She wants to get with John. And so therefore, if I just say out loud, hey, she's a witch, then maybe she go to jail and I can keep John and myself. That's one conflict. Kamari, another conflict. All right, explain.
What you said?
Danford and Proctor. If you can explain, I'm good. Mark.
Like, I put Danforth is like questioning Proctor, like the things he's doing, like believing he's not living his belief fully.
Okay. All right. So he's not fully believing.
That he is fulfilling his beliefs.
Okay. So Danford comes across as a friend, even though he shares something that could be a conflict with him. Hope you got some of those notes. Jalen, you were going to say? McLeod, that is. Okay. Right?
I said Tatuba versus like the adults, parents.
Ooh, Tatuba versus the adults or the parents. How so Tatuba versus them?
It says the parents were all questioning Tatuba about why she allowed the girls to hockey.
The parents were questioning Tatuba about why she would even allow them to participate in witchcraft. And of course, Tatuba is like, I love all the babies. She meant no harm, right? Anyone else? A conflict to share out loud. One more, please. Someone has something out there that they're unsure of and they're wondering, could this be a conflict? Nothing? No one else? No other issues? No, but I just want to make sure that we're aware of, someone was asking about the congregation. Someone brought up the reverend in conflict with the congregation.
Because he don't know how he's gonna take that to the police.
You don't know how, who's going to take it? How the congregation will react to his daughter being accused of witchcraft.
I got one.
All right, who's that?
Me.
Jasmine, me. Go.
Gals Coach, I think that's
Gals Corey,
Oh, Gals Corey and Putnam.
Yes.
Gals got a problem with Putnam because Putnam doing all the things that he's doing so that he can get more land.
All right. So Gals Corey and Putnam are going back and forth over land and the amount of land one should have over the other. All right. So, and that one was your clue right here. If you read the very first line, Gal says that Putnam is doing everything he's doing only to get more land. So that was a look at towards the end. All right, so, got through it. Talked about the different characters. Talked about who's in conflict with whom over what. Now, we move forward. Forward includes the almighty Google Class.
Back here, please.
Why, not because of me?
Thank you, good.
I'm preparing for my day. Go into classwork, and when you go down to on demand, look for conflicts in Salem. Click on conflicts in Salem. That is our writing for today. God, young people even saying
Can
that.
I use the
That's
restroom?
what cool.
The young person says.
Hey, Jay.
All right.
That's very cool. They got that over there.
We mean,
Ms. Zulu,
yes,
can I use the bathroom?
made now. Ándele, por favor, estudiantes.
Miss
I
Zulu,
won't stop. I'll keep on
Miss Zulu.
speaking Spanish.
you gonna bring me something on my birthday?
Tomorrow's birthday?
Yeah.
Your birthday
Okay.
Your brother's birthday.
See what sweets.
Yes.
Today Thursday.
Yes.
That is weird.
I'm
Little
really.
does she know we are, but you know, I ain't gonna, we ain't gonna get it together.
Wait, what?
Talk about.
Then we get it.
All right, on demand writing. You should have laptops open. Hopefully you're already in there. Let's talk real quick about expectations so I don't have to repeat myself.